I think it's going to work this time. I think it's going to work this time. Let's see. I think it's going to work this time.
Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
I think it's going to work.
Where you at?
Yeah, I've been in your raps boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting them fights on the table.
I knew that this sucker wasn't going to beat me.
Versus Abel. Smoking
I don't care if I got to sit here by myself all night. I'm still going to play the
like
game.
Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas. One day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down. We gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down. Take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots. Feel like Tyson with the people. Little Glock by my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out man, Chad, real shit. That's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandals. Always pass me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames.
Alright, man, here we go. I got a few people came and followed me around. I knew I was going to get here. Crazy, crazy life, man.
Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed, yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
A background beat going on. Alright. I knew this was going to work. Crazy, crazy day I had, man. Didn't even sweat it, though. Didn't sweat it. The Grim Reaper is coming for you, Joe, sooner than you think. Oh, Skywalker. I got this stuff called Simply Snow. It's a diamond infused bud. It's fucking. This is almost one of the best weeds I've ever smoked, and I've been smoking weed longer than double your life. Put it that way. Well, maybe not quite that long, but long time. Let me get my head right too. I'm gonna tell you exactly how my day went before I start this crazy old game here. Carlos, Goldeye, Chris, Angel, Skywalker. Thank you much for you cats for coming in here, man. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I scheduled this for, I think was it 8 o'clock or something like that? It was early, it was 8 o'clock. And I looked and I scheduled it for tomorrow. And I said, no, I want to do this tonight. So I went and I fixed it. And it came on YouTube and on Facebook, but the game didn't come on. So I'm sitting here with a studio. I got nothing. I don't have my my tools to work with over here. So it was like, fuck. So I kept rescheduling it. I got about 6. I sent a bunch of notifications out. So all you gotta do is track me down and you'll find me. But it was insane. But we're on here. I got the game all set up and ready to go. Boxing rivalries, very, very interesting topic. Let me see who came in here, man. Let me see who came in here. Oh, shit, man. I got a dozen people here. I can already start the game. Christopher, my Wild Irish Rose, man. Thank you so much for coming in, brother. Goldeye, my man. Salute to you, brother. De Niro, man. Already, man. We got some good players coming in here tonight. Uh-oh, Joe's here. Lock up your daughters. Old Irish Joe is in here tonight, and he knows his shit, man. This is going to be tough, though, Joe, man. I don't make it easier, as you know. Every time, bro. Every time. Carlos Mendoza's in here. Look out, look out. We got the Irish Mafia going on tonight, man. Money Mitch. Hey, Money Mitch, you're here. You're here right on time, brother, right for the start of the game. Let me tell you what my day went like, man. started off the fucking car, the radiator, the hose on the radiator blew off. Got no car. The mechanic says you can't look at it till Thursday. What am I gonna do? The old lady's doing some laundry. Click, click, nothing comes on. Nothing happens. And it's all plugged in. I mean, this thing is wired to the wall. This is a automatic washer dryer in one unit. It's one of these advanced things. I don't even know how to use it. She uses it. You guys need to be a programmer. Doesn't work. The guy can't get here. I think he said Thursday between 4 and 6. $200 for a service call. He's probably just going to turn a switch and plug it in. I hope that's all he does. I got a letter from Social Security. My wife didn't fill out her Medicaid, her Medicare fucking form, so we got no health insurance. Merry Christmas. You know something? I didn't sweat any of it. Just got on the phone, made calls, did what we had to do, got food in the house. I got a half tank of propane. But I'll tell you, man, the Bud Files, huge angle. Salute. Thank all you cats for coming in here, man. We're going to play some trivia. We're going to talk about boxing's greatest rivalries. Never so many of them, and I hope I included your favorites in here because, man, 50 questions, many, many rivalries, many facts, many dates. Daniel Berry, salute to you, brother. Merry Christmas to all. Let's get started on this, man. Definitely hide that Glenn Fittich, man. We got some Irishmen in here, and I think they are. Let's see, it's got to be fucking past midnight over there, so they're definitely on their wiring. I tried to get this a little earlier, but I had to go for a walk earlier today, and it was cold out there. And I'm trying to get some Mickey Mouse mechanic down the street to come and look at it. And he wasn't even home. Coyotes last night, man. 3 o'clock in the morning, I hear. And when they had about a half dozen of them out in my yard. I thought it was my dog. No, it wasn't my dog. Coyotes out there, and they're fucking ow, 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 and I hear them barking. And I don't know if they killed a cat or what, but what a day it's been. And then I try to put this fucking thing on, nada. But we're good. I called up my computer guy, the G. He try it now. He said, how come it didn't work for me? I don't know, man. So Merry Christmas. Come down. I'm going to give you some gummies. And that's another thing I have too, man. Let me do this hit before I start the game. Show you this beautiful Christmas little pack that I made up this year. Got these little jars. Filled them up with 20 or so of these 10 milligram gummies. I got the gummy bears or the little reefer leaves. Nice little airtight little container there. How nice is that for a Christmas present? Would you complain about that? 300 milligrams of THC. Merry Christmas. See you in the morning. But that's this is what's making Christmas very smooth for me this year. Very smooth indeed. And that's just for the people that I just give a fuck about. You should see the people that I like. I'm giving them bowls of these suckers, man. But anyway, let me bring the game up here. We've got to put the timer on, the countdown timer. We got 2 minutes to go here. Go to the bathroom, get yourself a drink, get yourself fill up your bong, roll up a fatty, get the concentrate on that dab tray, man. I got some dabs too. I may do some dabs before the night's over, but we'll see how the game goes, man. But I'll tell you, what a crazy day. But you know, I look at life, and man, if this is all I have to deal with, I got it made. This is nothing. This is life. 1 minute, and those questions will be up here, and we'll see how we can go. Refresh your computer, because see, last time, Joe, you and Boz tied, but see, you were in first because you got the answers faster. So refresh your computer, hit that live button, get it all as fast as you can. It speeds up there, because when it comes to those razor thin decisions like we have in here, because we have some boxing historians in here, man, no doubt it. So you gotta be at the speed. I don't know where Boz is. Yeah, Boz is snoring. We do these in the afternoon. That's when Boz is in here. Boz is probably in a bomb shelter right now, snoring away. But these questions are coming up, man. Joe likes to win these, Here we go. Which two of these rivalries will evolve in the Thriller in Manila fight of 1975? One was Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler. 2, Rocky Marciano and Archie Moore. 3, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Or 4, Joe Frazier and George Foreman. We start them off easy for you. But believe me, there's some hard ones in here. And if anybody gets 50 out of 50, I will send you 50 gummies, guaranteed, with a bunch of boxing magazines. And that's like, it can't be done. I don't think the Boxing Librarian, I don't think Scrapbook Boxing, I don't think Curtis Anderson himself would get 50. But this is an easy one. I don't want to see anybody pressing anything but 3 over here. That music's not too loud, is it? It's like I can turn it down a bit. I don't want to drown out your thoughts. The correct answer, of course. If you didn't get this one, you're going to get a slap in the head. Number 3. The next question will be coming up in a few seconds, man. The Thriller in Manila in 1975. I was in my prime in 1975. I was a senior in college. I learned the fine art of dealing herb. While the kids were going to the dorm and eating garbage, I was at the freaking top of the hub. I was at the Charles Street Steakhouse. Who was Sugar Ray Robinson's most famous rival, facing him 6 times? We're going to get some easy peasies up here, give you guys a little bit of self-confidence, and then the hard questions come on here. Cuba. I was drinking Cuba Libras. That was about as much as I had. I was going to Fenway Park and watching like Orlando Cepeda and some of the finer baseball players, as you know, Angel, which you are one of them. But put your vote in there. That closes the polls. And see that gummy in the back there? I took it off. I took it off the internet, but it looks just like the ones I make. See, they get a little white in there. That's cornstarch. Oh, a couple got this one wrong. 86%. Chris, don't worry about it, bro. I told you these are hard questions, man. They're definitely only these historians are going to get it, but all you other cats, Joe and the Drunk Irishman were the first 2 to vote on that one. You other guys are counted in there. When we get to number 10, we do our little leaderboard and we see who's in charge over here. The rivalries between Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez lasted how many fights? 1, was it 2 fights? 2, was it 3 fights? 3, was it 4 fights? Or 4, was it 5 fights? Carlos Mendoza will know this one right away. He'll be the first guy voting on this one, guaranteed. But man, I'll tell you, the night before Christmas, and I got everybody on my list covered, and even the ones I don't, last minute to pop in, you're getting a nice little travel pack, man. Bruce Gass's gummies. They'll put you in the emergency room quicker than Mike Tyson, and that's according to Peter McNeely, who I sent a batch to. And I got that in writing. I think in fact, when I go public on these, we might even do a commercial. Peter McNeely as my co-man over here. 4 times, 100% got that one right. The Drunk Irishman and Christopher, followed by everybody else. Next. Now, we'll let it, see, I'm not going to override it. I'm just going to let it go for a few minutes. Have a bong. It's only a few seconds, man. Little time down here. Anybody wants to ask me anything, feel free to. And see, the first time I came on, I had a lot more people in here, but then hey, Danger, man, salute my brother. What year did Muhammad Ali first face Sonny Liston, sparking a historic rivalry? I call him Muhammad Ali at the time he was Cassius Clay, but 1 was at 1968, 2 was at 1966, 3, 1964, or 4, 1962. Oh man, those gummies are very, very awesome. I gave the Jedi some. I think he's doing a live review of them now on his show. But like I said, man, I wanted to make sure my questions were spot on. I wanted to go out, double check them. I don't just hack around. I don't just give you guys a Mickey Mouse trivia game. I make a nice one for you. Please show it in the super chats. Who did Ali? What year? And I remember this well because they had a special on it. Freddie Pacheco, they did a 25-year anniversary of it in 1990, I think it was. But the year 1964, and Joe was in there, the Drunk Irishman, the first 2, 100% got this one right. Have a toke and get ready for the next question on this exciting game. Demetrius Bright, my brother, man. Shout out to you. Merry Christmas to you, man. One of my main men in here from day one. Shout out to my brother Demetrius Bright. Sugar Ray Robinson was 1-2-1 versus this rival, including a loss at the Las Vegas convention in their final meeting. Who was it? 1 was it Paul Pender, 2 was it Gene Fulmer, 3 was it Carmen Basilio, or 4 was it Carl Bobo Olsen? A little bit of difficulty factor in this one. Like, I don't expect the guys who think boxing started after Floyd to get this one, but I got my main brains in here. My main brains with no shit stains. And I'm seeing, and like I said, man, you know, you can look at what Joe puts and what Carlos puts and you can press them, but the main answers come on here as fast as speed goes. So it's all good, but you see how Joe and the Drunk Irishman are usually 1 and 2 in here. But let's see who got this one, man. The De Niro. I forgot about De Niro, man. Another fucking sharp pen in the drawer here, man. We got some good shit coming on tonight. 100% got this one right though. Gene Fulmer. 2 victories over the Sugar Man. Not cold by him, not in a spectacular knockout. Next question. What year did Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao finally meet in the ring? 1 was it 2017, 2 was it 2015, 3 2013, or 4 2011? We have modern history, late history, all kind of history stuff in here. But see, I did fuck it up too because I put some other questions in here. I didn't hit save, and the AI questions stayed in here. And I looked at them, I'm like, shit. And then I forgot where the questions were and stuff like that. But believe me, it's not that bad. We got some good stuff coming in here. Remember this fight though, man? I remember I had my dog, Little Minpin, my favorite dog, little girl. She was sleeping in my bed. When the fight's over, I didn't think nobody's going to be in there. I put the light on, there's my little girl in there. What year was this? This was just around the time I was just first getting on YouTube too. So I was on YouTube, but I was like doing the live stuff. 2015, the Drunk Irishman and Joe. Like I said, man, they're very fast in the draw. They know haste makes waste, and you will be counted in here amongst the elites. But to get to the, if it's a tie, it goes to the top man because the computer figures out who pressed the Who pressed the things fast? Oh yeah, huge. I was so disappointed in that fight. I stayed up till like 2 o'clock in the morning to watch it. It was on Kentucky Derby Day. And the famous Namas fight is from which rivalry in 1980? A real difficult one here. One was it Thomas Hearns and Marvin Hagler. Two was it Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. Three was it Foreman versus Lyle. Or four was it Ali versus Norton. The infamous Namas fight. I was riding high in this year. Not really. I thought I was, but actually I was crawling. But anyway, it was a great year for boxing. Hardest question ever. You know it, Dan. Hey, man, I told you. I'm going to trick you. I'm going to lull you to sleep, and then bang. When the computer wins, I have to put it on pause, break out a beer, whatever it might be, man. But it's, sometimes the computer does win. 100%, of course. I need some water before I do a toke here. My tumbler, thanks to my sister Fistiana and Blood Boxing. It's got Curtis Anderson, Marvin Hagler, Miles Davis, and me on here. So, man, I use it every day. Probably the thing I use most in the course of the day. Joe Louis defended his title against Max Schmeling in a rematch during which year? One was it 1942, two was it 1940, three was it 1938, or four, 1936. See, I like Christopher, man. He doesn't look around what other people's voting. He goes with his head, with his heart. Bango. That's the way to do it, bro. There ain't nothing's on the line here. You know, it's a fun trivia game. And you got a 25% chance of, even an idiot has a chance of catching a win in this one. A 25% chance. That's better than the blind squirrel and the acorn, you know? And this is not an easy one either. I know it because I hear it so much, and we talk about this so much in the rooms that I go into, as opposed to talking about Tank getting pissed off because somebody mentioned Shakur Stevenson to him. And now he's going to retire. 67%, 1938. Remember that band, the 1938 Fruit Gum Company? Hey, there's a couple of my boys out there, Perro and Rascalot. You're just in time, man. We're only in 8 questions. I got 50 of them to go. We're going to be here for a little while. Show your stuff, both of you. I know both of you cats are real good at this kind of a game. We got Joe. We got Carlos Mendoza. We got some fucking heavy hitters. De Niro, Goldeye. From Union City, New Jersey, he had 6 fights with Jack Johnson in 1905 and 1906, and likely many more with Papa Jack that haven't yet been found their way into the record books. 1, is it Sam Langford? 2, is it Joe Jeanette? 3, is it Joe Jeanette? Or 4, is it Denver Ed Martin? Making this easy for you. You only get to pick between 3 people. But, I mean, Jack Johnson fought this cat 6 times on the record book, maybe even more. Ha! And these guys are having a tough time, you know? I mean, damn. Madrilov, he couldn't fight Boachuk, and then 12 weeks later go in there with Ortiz. That's too much. But Jack Johnson, fuck it, man. I want to fight him 6 times in a year. These are warriors, my friends. This is why boxing disgusts me today. But who was it, man? I'm seeing a lot of answers all over the place. Joe Jeanette. You could have went with number 2 or number thing, but anyway, it's Joe Jeanette. If it comes down to a 1-point thing, I don't know why I did that, you know, because I must have got distracted in that. I must have put his name in there twice. But anywho, man, one more question and we'll go to the leaderboard, and then we'll see. There's other ways that we can play this game too. There's like a hashtag and you put a name in there. I got to learn it. It's going to get better. Oscar De La Hoya faced which boxer in the fight of the millennium in 1999? I was in Las Vegas too when this happened. No, I was in Las Vegas just before it happened. 1, was it Shane Mosley? 2, was it Julio Cesar Chavez? 3 was it Felix Trinidad, or 4 was it Bernard Hopkins? The fight of the millennium. See, we use a lot of the adjectives, the names that they gave the fight. So if you're good with those, you're gonna be pretty good with some of these contests. And Rascalot, man, see Rascalot, he's like Joe. He'll not only answer the question, but he'll also give a little commentary to that. I like that, man. I like that. Fight of the millennium in 1999. Who was it between? 100% got Felix Trinidad. We are going to go to the leaderboard. And let's see. We've got the Drunken Irishman, 10 out of 10 in first place. De Niro, 10 out of 10. But see, De Niro, the Drunken Irishman was a little quicker to the draw, but you're still tied for first. And Joe with 3. No, Joe's got 9 correct. Huge Anger with 9 correct. Christopher with 7. Goldeye with 7. Danger, Angel Diaz, Perro, and Rascal. You guys just came in the room. What I'm going to do here, my brothers, I'm going to go change my bong water. You can dust your brains off for a second. I'm going to go change this bad boy. Be right back. Please don't go away. I forgot all about this too, man. We're in for a treat. Oh, let me show you this. My wife and I made a batch of this. This is Green Dragon tincture. This is dispersed by the cc, by the milliliter. There are roughly, let me see. There are 16 ounces in here, and there are 35 millimeters per ounce, between 34 and 35. So this is loaded, right? This hasn't even been sampled yet. This is like Granny's moonshine. My wife puts about 3 or 4 drops of this in her lemonade every day, and she sips on this. This is you make the gummies with this. See what I do is I turn this into something called Fetco, fully extracted cannabis oil, and I'll put a couple of ounces of this in a double boiler and boil the alcohol out of that, and then put that in the gummies, and that infuses the THC. But there's right now the amount of THC in here. It's 100 grams of cannabis to make this. Okay, 100 grams of 100 plus grams of cannabis. So this is fucking killer tincture. I just had to show that to you before I started the game, man. Because you know me. Boxing, jazz, and more. And that's more. That right there will make easily 1,000 gummies. Easily. I put it in these little bottles. Is there one around here? I don't even know. But I don't even know. I don't even care. But we did a tenth of the game here. I hope you cats are still here with us, man. With us, yeah. With us, with me. I'll probably be doing this on fucking Christmas Day, New Year's Eve. Like I said, we got no car, man. I think my daughter's going to pick up my wife tomorrow, take her to her sister's, and then she's going to stop and go shopping with her, get some groceries in here. Yes, decarboxylated. That's the first thing she does. I woke up this morning and I heard I could smell the decarboxylized weed because she puts it in the oven, decarboxylizes it, and then I could hear the tincture machine extracting it. About every 15 minutes it goes, agitates it up. It's in 190 proof, killer moonshine. But anyway, man, I'm going to for a second. Bear with me. I'm not going away. I go black, but I come back. Hey? Bada bing. Trivia game layer coming up. Let's resume the game, and let's get to question number 11 to get started here, man. How many times did Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward fight each other? 1, was it 2 times? 2, was it 3 times? 3, was it 1 time? Or 4, was it 4 times? An amazing trilogy. Once again, we're talking about rivalries in boxing. A blast on this. And like I said, this herb I'm smoking is like top shelf. That's why, how the fuck can I complain about a broken car, a broken washing machine, no health insurance, and what else? I know there was a couple other things in there. But I got good weed. I'm fucking stoned and I feel all right, man. My health is good. The old lady's good. She's still bang. Still the hottest thing on 2 feet. You know how many times did these 2 pit bulls go at each other? Rascalot, man. Good for you. Thank you, brother. Hey, rolling with the punches. Another one in here, man. Thank you, cats, so much for coming in here. How many times? 3 times. 75% got that one right. 25% said 2. The correct answer, a trilogy. First one was the best, but then, all fights. This was dog fighting. Look at Gold Eye, man, with the Biscotti, 97% THC, yum, dabbing it, man. Hey, I'm glad you're sharing it in here with us, my brother. Next question on. Jack Dempsey's legendary rival with Gene Tunney included which famous fight? 1, was it the Thriller in Manila? 2, was it the Phantom Punch fight? 3, was it the Long Count fight? Or 4, was it the Battle of the Century? This dude almost sounds like Jimi Hendrix in the background too, doesn't he? Nobody don't get striked out for playing Jimi Hendrix, because it's not. Sneaking silent through the alley. I hope I don't get in trouble for it, but if I do, it'll all be worth going down on a good game of trivia. What fight was it legendary known of the Tunney Dempsey fight? The fight that Jack Dempsey himself insisted there'd be a neutral corner rule, which was new to boxing at the time. Which one was it? 67% the Long Count fight. 34% said the Battle of the Century. The Long Count fight, known throughout history. Rolling, first cat on there, man. Rolling with the punches. If I was wearing a hat, I'd take it off to you, man. Moving right on here, man. I appreciate the rolling. Was that a guess or did you know that one? The first fight between Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran was held in the city where Sugar Ray Leonard won his Olympic gold medal. What city? 1, was it Tokyo? 2 was at Montreal, 3 was at Mexico City, or 4 was at Los Angeles. See, I'm doing this right now on Facebook also live, but you know how fucked up it was to get on here. Well, I advertised that at 8 o'clock, and so I had about 6 people that were watching it, and it shut down. Not on my account, but I can't help how things go. It's out of my control, and it doesn't mean a thing if I let go. So I'm hanging on, but I remember this fight like it was yesterday too. On the undercard, Trevor Berbick knocks out John Tate. Cleveland Denny dies in a fight with I can't remember the guy's name, but it was a tragedy in the ring. 100% do this one. Joe, the first guy in there, Carlos nipping on his heels. Chris Atkins on guitar right here, man. Very, very awesome player. They're playing tonight down in Maple Leaf Stadium, Maple Leaf Bar in New Orleans. You can catch it live on YouTube. I do all the time, and I hope because I shout them out and give them their just due that they will not copyright me for. Copyright, I don't care, because I don't give a shit about that. It's taking me off the air. Manny Pacquiao had a memorable 4-fight series with Juan Manuel Marquez. What title was at stake in the first encounter? 1 was at the super featherweight title, 2 was at the lightweight title, 3 was at the featherweight title, or 4 was at the bantamweight title. The first encounter, Marquez and Pacquiao. See if Carlos was the first one in there, man. Oh no, he got it wrong. It was IBF. The correct answer is, this wheel just keeps spinning around here, featherweight. 100% says super featherweight. We'll look that up after the show, but I double checked it, man. Featherweight. If you want to go Google it, man, go do it now. I can't do it. I can't leave I got the YouTube and the game, and then I got the Facebook on there. And if I go off either one of them, they're gone forever. But I love it when the computer gets one and you guys don't. This great middleweight was 1-4 in 5 bouts with Gene Tunney. The most record books, his victory in their first encounter was considered the only blemish on Tunney's record. Who was it? Was it Stanley Ketchel? 2 was it Mickey Walker? 3 was it Harry Greb? Or 4 was it Billy Minsky? This one. Move on. It's only a question. I know somebody like Joe will get bent out of shape if we misspell one or make a fucking boo-boo, but you're the better man, Carlos. You can take it. You can do it better than Tyson Fury took it on Saturday, man. But see, that's the thing, too. Harry Greb, 78% got this one right. 23% with Stanley Ketchel. But see, this is my gripe with Tyson, with Alexander Usyk. I think he should be dominant at heavyweight. One fight's a split decision. The other one, fucking Tyson's corner's complaining about it. Frank going fucking nuts about it. Fish eyes. And if Usyk was more dominant, I would give him a higher place. But he's the best of an average crop of heavyweights. So hey, he's the best of the average crop of heavyweights. Who was Rocky Marciano's opponent in his final professional fight? My sweetheart's father, I have to say. But who was it? 1 was it Jersey Joe, 2 was it Floyd, 3 was it Ezzard, or 4 was it Archie? Nobody's going to get this one wrong. I think I'm going to do the math tonight and figure out exactly how many milligrams of THC, because I have a tester down here too. I can do a whole show on that, man. That would be awesome. I have this tester. We drop it in there. We dilute it with some isopropyl alcohol, and it's an HCP. It tests the heat particles. Anyway, it's making my idle mind, giving myself something to do. 61% said Archie Moore. 25% said Ezra Charles. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jay Marie would say, where the hell you been? Where the hell you been raised? In the after Floyd era? No. Joe and the Drunk Irishman were on this like a dog on a bone. In fact, my dog, he's going to be, the 2 cats I feed, I ran out of cat food for him. I don't know what I'm going to do, man. I think what we had for dinner tonight, I had chicken, rice, carrots, and cauliflower. Who won the first fight between Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera? 1, neither, it was canceled. 2, Marco Antonio Barrera. 3, it was a draw. 4, Eric Morales. But what was I just talking about? Oh yeah, feeding those fucking animals, man. You know, my wife will get to the store tomorrow, I hope, and bring some. She'll bring back cat food. That's like top on her list because she loves animals more than I do. But tomorrow morning, I'm gonna walk by there, and I didn't give him anything this morning, and I don't know, man. Hey, they're wild cats. He's gonna have to fend for himself once in a while. It's cold out there too. But I didn't have anything to give him, so. Who won the first fight between Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera? Eric Morales, 89% got this one right. Another quick blast here, and we'll get to question number 18. 2 more, we'll go back to the scoring board. I think there's going to be some discrepancies here, man. There's going to be some, I don't think we'll see the 10 out of 10, I know that. The 20 out of 20. But anyway, we're going to come to question number 18, and right now, Thomas Hearns and Marvin Hagler clashed in which famously short-lived but brutal fight? 1, was it the War? 2, was it the Showdown? 3, was it the Rumble? Or 4, was it the Clash? What did they call the Hagler-Hearns fight? We still got the peanuts. We feed the crows, the squirrels, the blue jays. But the cat didn't come out and eat his food yesterday. It was still frozen from the day before, so I didn't feel too bad. But today I didn't look at it. And, hey, tomorrow he'll get it for sure. Even if she comes back late, I'll take a quick walk down there and make sure they're fed. But 89% got this one right. Rolling with the punches, the Showdown. I have the. What was called the Showdown? There was a fight called the Showdown. Somebody answer that for me, will you? Question number 19. Which boxer controversially drew with Pernell Whitaker in 1993? And I have a poster on my wall over my shoulder. I'm seeing all those answers come in. This is another one. You know, these would be difficult if you did them in a bar, if you did them in anything except a boxing room like this. But here they're simple. But they'll give you a chance to rest your brain cells. Because believe me, there are some harder ones coming up in here. I think, therefore I am. 89%. Christopher must be smoking some good stuff tonight, because he's off in every one of them, but he's only off by 1, so not so bad, Christopher. A little blues in the background. I think I'm gonna do a blues trivia. There's a lot of cats that like the blues out there. 89% got this one right with Chavez. Rafael Marquez and this fighter gave us 4 of the greatest fights in history for the super bantamweight title. Who was his opponent? 1 was it Juan Manuel Lopez. 2 was it Johanny Gonzalez. 3 was it Ivan Hernandez, or 4 was it Israeli Vasquez? I did jazz, I did rock, I didn't do reggae, but blues is easy. You know, blues is easy for me, man. I can cut them and paste them all afternoon long. But these guys, they fought each other 4 times in a row, I think. There might have been a one fight in there that I don't want to even say, but it was an amazing 4-fight series. Go to HBO and watch these, man. R.I.P. for sure. Israel Vasquez, 78%. 12% said Hernandez, 12% said Johanny. I like that name, Johanny. Who was Felix Trinidad's major rival, whom he defeated in 2000 for the middleweight title? 1 was it Winky Wright. 2 was it Shane Mosley. 3 was it Oscar De La Hoya. Or 4 was it Fernando Vargas? Remember, winning the middleweight title in 1980. Who was it? I love this cat, Chris Atkins on guitar, man. He's a monster. He plays at this bar all the time, sits in with everybody. Was it junior middleweight? I wasn't sure, man, but it was in 1980. Get the names right. If anybody wants to contest that, bring it up. Go to Box Rec and bring it up, and we'll do it at the end of the show. We'll have a little bit of a crying circle. And anybody who thinks they got sidetracked by me giving the wrong answer, we will definitely give you another couple of questions. I got a few in my head that I think will stump you. Sandy Sadler and Willie Pep met 4 times with the featherweight title on the line. How many of these fights went the full scheduled distance? 1, was it all of them? 2, was it 3 of them? 3, was it 2 of them? Or 4, was it 1 of them? This was a rivalry like, want to talk about fucking rough, beating the fuck out of somebody, leaving them for dead practically. This was something you definitely want to see. But which one of these was it? The one that Willie Pep won. The one that... Anyway. One. Is that right? Did I get this one wrong? We're going to have to look into this one, but I think it's just 1. I pretty much confirmed these suckers. Somebody go look that one up. Look that one up. We'll pause this for just a second. Go check that one out. I don't know if I tricked you or not. I'm pretty sure only one of them went the distance. Somebody go spin through Bach Rec. You would know, Joe. I'm just the fucking the game show host over here. I'm Wink Martindale to your Jeopardy. You won the $50,000 Jeopardy, bro. I'm just All right, let's resume this game. Question number 24. Who was known as Julio Cesar Chavez's greatest rivalry in the early 90s? 1, was it Pernell Whitaker? 2, was it Oscar De La Hoya? 3, was it Mildred Taylor? Or 4, was it Frankie Randall? There we go, Danger. I knew I wasn't giving you false information here. That's New Orleans rock we're listening to right now in the back. And see, this one right here, this is it was written in a Ring magazine publication, his greatest rivalry. This is where this was popped out of. Now, all of these guys were rivalries for Chavez, but this was considered in the early 90s his greatest. If you saw the first match, you'd know by the results of that and the demand for the rematch and the controversy. Oh, so we got it wrong in there, huh? All right, well, good thing we got guys like you in here, Carlos. Appreciate that, brother. Riddick Bowe had an epic trilogy with which fellow heavyweight? 1, was it Mike Tyson? 2, was it Michael Moorer? 3, was it Lennox Lewis? Or 4, was it Evander Holyfield? This isn't an easy one. We won't have to shut the show down for this one, man. This will be straight to the point here. The window's closing. Get your vote in there. %100% on this one. Guaranteed. This is 24. The game will be half over at the next question. 100% on this one. What year did Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins have their long-awaited rematch? 1, was it 2012? 2, was it 2010? 3, was it 2008? 4, was it 2006? The long-awaited rematch. Oh yeah, Head Rush City with this stuff. What year was it? I'm seeing answers all over the place here. The correct answer, only 12%. 2010. Carlos Mendoza, the Drunk Irishman. Coming out on top. 78% 20 said 2008. 12 said 2006. You know what I need? I need a co-host over here on a laptop that can do the fact-checking for me as we play the game. I get my wife, but she passes out by 6 o'clock every night, so. Who defeated Nassim Hassad in his only career loss in 2001? Only career loss, final fight, 2, man. Was it Marco Antonio Barrera? 2, was it the Pac-Man? 3, was it Juan Manuel Marquez? for Eric Morales. A lot of correctos over here. Hey, I didn't get really real high today because I didn't do any edibles. First of all, I didn't do any edibles today because we were making the tincture, and plus I told you the car didn't start. I had to call the mechanic. The fucking healthcare thing I had to call my fucking insurance broker. The fucking everything, man. I didn't get my debit card. My debit card got hacked. 100% Marco Antonio Barrera. They told me they're going to send me a new one in 3 to 5 business days. I think that was a week ago. I'm still waiting for that. I'll tell you, thank God for Mary Jane. Who defeated Nassim in his only loss? 100% got this one right. Thank God for Mary Jane. I'm going to place an order tomorrow with the company that I do business with online, bulkreadus.cc. Which boxer famously broke Muhammad Ali's jaw while defeating him? 1, was it Sonny Liston? 2, was it Ken Norton? 3, was it Joe Frazier? 4, was it George Foreman? But we're gonna go through after the game's over. I don't know if I can't do that on this fucking live streaming software here. When you do it on streaming, I can share the screen with you. And go to Bulk Read US and look through their stock, see what we want to order, place the order and everything. But I can't share it on this one here, so I just go do it later. I have to after I close this one, set up a new one. And it ain't that much fun. It would be fun to do after this, but it ain't worth just doing a whole show for. But I'm excited. I love placing orders there because the more you spend, the more free stuff they give you. And I always spend about $300, so they give me like 3 free things. 89% got this one right. I remember this fight in 1973, man. Me and my dad were watching it. My dad, he didn't like Ali because he went to the fight up in Maine, and Ali knocked out Sonny Liston in the first round. My father was taking a piss, and he took it personally. So when Ken Norton broke Ali's jaw, my dad was like, yeah, good. I wasn't going to argue with Dad, man. That was his last year on Earth, 1973. Who was Joe Calzaghe's opponent in his last professional boxing match? 1, was it Roy Jones Jr.? 3, was it Mikkel Kessler? 3, was it Jeff Lacey? 4, was it B-Hop? $45%. But this was kind of all over the place. 12% said Kessler, 12 said Lacey, 34 went with B-Hop. But Calzaghe ended it with Roy Jones Jr. What nickname was given to the third fight between Mickey Walker and Harry Greb? 1, was it called Ring of Fire? 2, was it called Fight of the Decade? 3, was it called Clash of Titans? Or 4, was it called Battle of Champions? This is one for a scrapbook. Mickey Walker and Harry Greb. What was the fight called? Oh, I remember that fight, 1927, at the Dome in Chicago. I was in the second row. It was called. What was it called? What was it in the newspaper, the headline? Windows closed. Man, I'm gonna have to break another bud for this for the rest of this Festivus here, man. Maybe I'll do some dabs. Hey, there's my brother Major Key. Merry Christmas to you, Major Key. Salute my brother. Fight of the decade. Nobody got this one right. I love it when the machine stumps you. I'll pause that for just a second. Shout out to my brother Major Key. Joe says, Hey, Joe, I'll give you a minute. Go Google it. Major Key, definitely, bro. Good to see you in here. Monday nights. That's Monday nights. You usually did bop around. You did your show on Monday night. That was like a trolling around the freaking internet night. So I'm glad you stopped in here, brother. Warms my heart to see you. All my friends out here, man. Technique, good to see you coming in here, brother. On the eve before Christmas Eve. Little trivia going on. We're at question number 29. We're just, I just like to show it up there. See the machine won on this one. Fight of the decade. Bruce is setting us up for failure. Nah, Chris. Chris, I like your style though, bro. You don't fuck around. You think it, you shoot it, man. That's what we want in here. We need an army like you, man. You got the aim of a stormtrooper. So we'll keep you with here. We'll keep you around here with us, you know? I got a head rush on that one. I just went to a different level right there. This weed that they have today is so different than the pot that your pappy and your granny used to smoke in the 70s. Even the stuff you smoked in the early 2000s. This is like, we'll have to clean that at our next break here. I may not even need any. Let's go. Question number 29. Let's resume the game. We'll go to number 30 and we'll see who is question number 30. We'll see who's in first place, second place, third place, and fourth place. Sugar Ray Robinson and Jake LaMotta fought 6 times. Robinson winning 5. How many of these fights were for a world title? 1, was it 4 of the 6? 2, was it 3 of the 6? 3, was it 2 of the 6? Or 4, was it just 1 of the 6? How many of the fights with Jake LaMotta and Sugar Ray Robinson were for a world title? See, a lot of guessing going on in here. The only one was the February 14th St. Valentine's Day Massacre. LaMotta had the middleweight title, lost it to Sugar Ray Robinson. Was it a 14th round knockout, man? But TKO. Robinson, he never went off his feet. Joe's the only one who got that one right, man. But yes, man, they fought because they were fighters. It ain't like today, man. You go back and watch these 2 pit bulls. Even though Sugar Ray won 5 out of 6, you can see why they wanted a rematch after rematch. Woo! Joe with the number 1 answer on that one time for the title. Charlie Burley won 2 or 3 fights with inner city rival Fritz Zivik. What city were they from? 1 was at Pittsburgh, 2 was at Philadelphia, 3 is at New York, and 4 is at Boston. Charlie Burley and Fritzy Zivik, both from the same city. What city? Oh shit, man, I want to go look at the leaderboard. We'll look at it after this one.
Well, I went on up to the Audubon Zoo and they asked for you. They asked for you. They even inquired
Which city was it?
Monkey ass, a tiger ass, and an elephant ass. They all asking you. They all asking you.
70% Pittsburgh. I used to live with this cat. His name was Rodani. He cooked a dish and he said Pittsburgh. You want to pause the game here? Display that leaderboard. Display that leaderboard. And look who's in first place. Let's take a quick look at that man, the drunk Irishman with 24, De Niro with 26, and Joe with 23. If you have any you wanna fact check me with, you can do it at the end of the show. You can bring it up there, man, and we'll remember the scores. Hugh Django with 22. Goldeye is hanging in there tough with 20. Christopher, man, tough old son bitch, 17. Christopher is like a Jake LaMotta. He don't give up, man. He don't give up, and he win himself a world title every once in a while. Danger with 14. Puro with 12. Rolling with the punches, man. Another one. Tough as nails. Angel Diaz and Rascalot. And Rascalot's driving and listening. And hey, maybe there's about 1 million other people. Hey, you know, we did the thing on Saturday, the fight. And we had over 1,000 people that stopped in and listened to us. And it wasn't just come and go, because they were, you know, the average time was, I think it was like 9 minutes and 32 seconds, which is a lot, believe me, for that many people that came in here. So, man, I'm surprised they don't come in here for something fun like this, right? Which year did the first fight between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier take place? One was at 1975, two was at 1973, three was at 1971, or four was at 1969. I was a junior in high school, and man, I remember talking about this the next day. Nobody could see it because it was closed circuit. We're in school, man. You know, you had to go to the theater to see this one. And I listened to it on the radio where the DJ he'd get it from the UPI machine, and as soon as the round was over, because UPI they'd be at ringside scoring the fights, and they'd give it to the disc jockey, and this guy was reading it to you. I'm laying in bed and I'm listening to the round. I'm listening to round after round, and then in the 15th round, and down goes Muhammad Ali, a left hook by Frazier. I'm like, whoa, and you could almost hear the fight in your head. And, whew, but what a time! 1971. 89% got this one right. The drunk Irishman in there first. 12% said 73, which was one of my favorite years too. I lost my cherry in 73. So anyway, getting back to the game here. 1971, the fucking, what do they just call it, man? The fight of the century. I don't even know if we got that. That could be on the quiz, so I don't want to say anything about that. He was 1 win and 2 losses in 3 nationally televised fights with my friend Vinny Pazienza. 1 is at Roger Mayweather, 2 is at Ray Mancini, 3 is at Hector Camacho, or 4 is at Greg Haugen.
Sure, guys, Aaron knew that, and it's not even asking you. They all asking you. They all asking you. Everybody there wanna know where they're all asking you.
I'm telling you, Major P, I know live, brother. And this is a very heavy thing here too, man. The correct answer is number 4. 56% got that one right. And you know, it's going to stop here for just a quick second. 56%, 23% said Camacho, 23% said Roger Mayweather. And you know, I heard yesterday that Greg Haugen's in hospice. And I heard today that he's like he's not long for this world, man. He's not long for this physical planet. And you know he has inoperable brain cancer. He's in hospice, counting the days, and say a prayer for his soul, because you know Greg Haugen, the fighter, is fighting his last fight right now, and he you know I read a story by somebody who's at his bedside, and what he said, man, you know it's tough to keep it together reading that, but next question, please. Prayers for Greg Haugen. He defeated Mike Tyson twice as an amateur, knocking Mike Tyson out of the 1984 Olympic Games. But Tyson had his number when they met as a pro, knocking him out in the opening round. One was at Tyrell Biggs, whose birthday was yesterday. Two was at Mitch Blood Green. Three was at Marvis Frazier. Or four was at Henry Tillman. I talked to him now too, man. He's my friend. I've texted him. We're going to get him on the show. He's trained in Southern California. He was training other fighters. I haven't really spoken to him. I've been texting with him and talking to him in the private chats on Facebook. So and he plays the game too, man. He got an invite. He would have been here earlier too, man. But everybody got that one, man. Henry Tillman, 83%, 87%, 13% said Tyrell Biggs, man. Shout out to Tyrell, 65 years old yesterday. Joey told us on the show the other day. What's birthday? It might be, man. Mine is, Tim Witherspoon's is. A lot of people born, Archie Moore, a lot of people born in December. How many times did Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez face each other in the ring? One was at 6 times, 2 was at 5 times, 3 was at 4 times, or 4 was at 3 times. Windows closed. I bet the drunk Irishman was probably the first guy in this one. The correct answer. And man, you know, this kind of put such a damper on the Floyd fight too, didn't it? That's why that fight was just made so late. 100% got this one right. Like I said, man, the drunk Irishman will be the first one on that. Let's get to question number 36. What controversial decision ended the first fight between Kennedy Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez? 1 was it a unanimous decision for Golovkin, 2 was it a technical knockout, 3 was it a split draw, or 4 was it a majority decision for Canelo? I thought this was controversial. This is recent boxing, kind of, I hate to say history, but because Canelo's still fighting. Third unnecessary fight. First one and the second one were definitely worth watching. But like we say, man, you cats know. The split draw, the split decision draw. I stayed up late at night watching that one too, man. Getting my, I think it was on one of the streaming services that I use, the crack stream and the meth stream. They used to call them pirating streams at the time. People were afraid to even talk about them. A split draw. I'm like, get out of here. Triple G beat him, but no, Canelo wasn't getting beat back then. You know, he had to be knocked out to lose a fight back then. It was Canelo.
Oh, Don Julio rides again. Don Julio.
What was the result of the first fight between Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield in 1999? One, was it no contest? Two, Lewis won by knockout. Three, Holyfield won by decision. Four, a draw.
Chris Atkins back here on guitar and vocals.
El Pinche.
My name is George Motor Jr.
Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're behaving yourself. I know you got many different accounts. I probably got 3 of them blocked on you, but we'll let you hang out here as long as you behave yourself. What was the fight declared? And this was another controversy with 2 rivals. A gift for Evander, some say. And what was it actually scored as? Come on. I see all. Yeah, 100% got this one right. Mango. Next question. Let's see if we got a little more difficulty in there. Question number 38. I might need another bud too. I'm going to stop at 40. I'll pick out another bud. Who won the trilogy between Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward? 1, no winner declared. 2, Mickey Ward. 3, it ended as a tie. 4, Arturo Gatti. Who won the trilogy? Get back in the bar and get these guys back on the stage. No break. Oh, I got to go back to the early stuff here. Okay. Windows closed. %. Arturo Gatti. He won the trilogy. I mean, the first fight was the best, but many questions can be put on these certain fights. I think we asked one earlier about this rivalry with the team of the contest, and like I said, different questions on the same fight. The clear winner of the 3. Next question. Question number 39. Then like I said, after this, we'll look at the leaderboard. What year did Floyd Mayweather defeat Oscar De La Hoya in their highly anticipated rematch? 1, 2010. 2, 2008. 3, 2007. 4, 2005. Hey, my brother Gertz, what's happening, my man? Don't forget to hit that fucking thumbs up button. I only see 1 on there now. I gotta refresh my thing. I gotta have at least 30 of them in here. No, wait, 15. Hey, that's halfway there. El Pinche said something dumb and retracted his message. Because it says the match. See? People always like to find fault in a simple contest, bro. Just read the questions and answer the fucking thing. 2007. The Drunk Irishman and Poro in there. 20% said 2005. You guys must be smoking tonight. That's why. Skip to question number 40. Who did Riddick Bowe famously sucker punch before their 1994 encounter? 1, was it Larry Donald? 2, was it Jesse Ferguson? 3, was it Evander Holyfield? Or 4, was it Buster Mathis Jr.? I don't know why it says it's ready under Jesse Ferguson, but and this was a punch. This was almost, they could have called the fight off. It was such a heavy duty punch, but the dude with the recipient, tough as they came, still went out there and got his ass kicked. But this definitely brought some heat to the fight, man. A sucker shot, boom. I met Riddick, man. I made sure I was moving side to side too. I met him, man, because I didn't know what he was going to say about me. He heard the stories. Larry Donald. 80% got that one. Christopher, my man. First one in the game that time. Salute, brother. We're going to pause the game and look at the leaderboard. The Drunk Irishman. Drunk Irishman has got 36 correct answers. De Niro with 35, Joe with 34. The final 10, man, you know, anybody slips, anybody's game. Blue Jangle's got 30 in there, hanging tough. Gold Eye with 29. Christopher, tough as they come, coming from beginning to end, and he's got over 50%, man. Danger, hanging tough. Pearl, rolling with the punches. El Pinche coming in at the end, man, banging a few. You could be a spoiler, El Pinche, so stick around, brother. Angel and Rascalot came and went. Rascalot says he's driving and listening. Keep your eye on the road, not in the game. Speaking of which, we shall resume and get to question number 41. The Four Kings era featured legendary rivalries amongst which group of fighters? One was it Tyson, Holyfield, Lewis, and Bowe. Two was it Pacquiao, Marquez, Moreira, and Barrera. Three was it Leonard, Duran, Hearns, and Hagler. And four was it Ali, Frazier, Foreman, and Norton. And I mean, dude, any one of these fucking four, any one of these groups are truly bow your head when you speak their names. But what group went under the mimic of the Four Kings? %, on this one. 89%. Christopher, you, like I said, you keep listening and coming along, man. You'll get it. You'll get it. Christopher's a young man. He'll be a historian. He's an apprentice right now, but he's playing the game tough. He's getting a few first time in there, and plus he's been to Amsterdam, smoked better shit than any of you cats out there. Probably myself included, but I doubt it. But I shout out to my man Christopher out there. Question number 42. This boxing rivalry featured two cable networks. It was considered one of the biggest feuds of the early 21st century. Who was it? Was it Showtime versus HBO? 2, was it Showtime versus ESPN? 3, was it pay-per-view versus HBO? Or 4, was it BBC versus Fox Sports? I threw this one in there for levity, but it's very true, man. This was a rival. This is rivalries. The window's closed on this one right now. I'm gonna pull out some freaking dabs here. Do a few dabs while I finish this game. I'm gonna pause the game right now. Let's see, we got 100% got that one, man. Showtime versus HBO, El Pinche. El Pinche Punche. I'm going to pull out my dab bottle here. I've had this thing since September. Maybe even earlier than that. It was a full ounce. It was full. And I still have, it's going to be a good 3-4 grams in there. This makes great dabbing material. We use a little spoon in here. Pull a little bit out, and it's an airtight glass jar. Very, very good way to buy your live resin sugar. If you know the consistency of it, you can handle it. It doesn't stick to your fingers. You don't really want to, but it's not like you're dealing with shatter or batter or anything like that. So we put some in the old fucking dirty dish here. Close this bad boy up nice and tight. And then I have the mini badger here. You ever see one of these things before? This is for dabbing. This is, you don't need a torch with this thing. I gotta make sure it's not clogged up though. No, it's not. First thing you do, you click that 5 times. What's up on it? Then you just hold the button down. It's got a ceramic tip. That heats up. And you go down on it. The mini badger. If you don't want to break out your blowtorch and your glass rig, these things are great. You go to parties, you can bring some stuff with you. Hot damn. Let me do one more and resume the game. Let that heat up a little bit. And you put this little thing on here, it's got a magnet on it. Protects the ceramic tip. Back in your pocket, you can keep a little thing like this. Real easy to open up if you know how to do it. But anyway, you can keep your dabs in here. Pop that open very discreetly. Just another way to say manja. My water bottle, are you asking me that, El Pinche? Are you talking about my my tumbler? Blood Boxing Fistiana. Features Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Features Curtis Anderson. Features Miles Davis. Where's Miles? Where's that fucking heroin addict? There he is down the bottom there. Now that's Marvin Hagler. There's Miles. There's that junkie bum. All right, man. Let's close this fucking show up here, man. Where was the second Ali Sonny Liston fight staged? 1 was at Portland, Maine. 2 was at Madison Square Garden. 3 was at Lewiston, Maine. 4 was at the Boston Garden. And like I said earlier, my dad went to this fight, and he never saw it. Maybe that's why I always I was born to watch free fights, which I haven't paid for a telecast fight since I ran Barkley and Thomas Hearns, and even that didn't come in good. But I didn't even call the cable company because I knew they'd come down and fuck with my box, which I'd already fucked around with. But where was this fight held, man? You could drive to it from my house. I live in Rhode Island. But then again, you could drive to the Boston Garden, to Madison Square Garden, to Lewiston, Maine, or Portland, Maine. So which one was it? 63% Lewiston, Maine. Joe and De Niro got that one. 25% said the Boston Garden. 13% said Madison Square Garden. But it was originally scheduled for the Boston Garden. Because Ali became a Muslim, there were threats made on Liston, the banned in Boston. You ever heard that saying, banned in Boston? That's where it came from. Ali and Liston, the first fight. They had to run around, find a fucking auditorium out in the boondocks in a hockey arena. The Battle of Brisbane saw Jeff Horn controversially defeat which boxing legend? 1 was at Timothy Bradley. 2 was at Manny Pacquiao. 3 was at Juan Manuel Marquez, or 4 was it Adrian Broner? The Battle of Brisbane. Carl would know that one. Let's see. It's about noontime over there. Carl's probably out there working somewhere, or else he's over at the tavern or something, man. See, those cats, they just want to go to talk about the same thing, the same fucking bullshit. No relevant boxing talk. I don't get it. I don't understand it, man. And then some of the shit I hear going on there is like fucking subpar. So anyway, man, we stick with boxing over here. We smoke it the finest weed, and we have no ill will towards anybody. The Battle of Brisbane. Manny Pacquiao, 89% got that one right. 12% said Marquez. Next one over here, going down. How come I can't skip to the next question? Oh, I got to refresh my computer. That's why. Here we go. Question number 39. Question number blah, blah, blah. Archie Moore fought for the light heavyweight. Archie Moore fought for the heavyweight title twice, but was defeated both times. Which of the following two beat him? One was it Floyd Patterson and Ezzard Charles. 2 was it Rocky Marciano and Jersey Joe Walcott. 3 was it Rocky Marciano and Floyd Patterson. Or 4 was it Ezzard Charles and Jersey Joe Walcott. Which of these two heavyweights beat Archie Moore in his 2 attempts to win the heavyweight championship of the world? Got that one out okay? Let's see if everybody aced this one. It was tough to put this one in there too, because you got like 80 spaces. 38%. 63% thought it was Marciano and Walcott, and that was it, man. But yeah, he fought Marciano and he fought Patterson, and Archie never became the heavyweight champion of the world, and it would have been a different world. And next question coming up here, we're in the home stretch. The super fight was the billing for which clash between WBA and WBC heavyweight champs? I typed that wrong. In 1967. 1 was it Holmes versus Cooney. 2 was it Frazier versus Quarry. 3 was it Ali versus Terrell. Or 4 was it Ali Liston 2. This was a unification for the WBA and the WBC title. Windows closed. Which one was it? Terrell versus Liston. The What's My Name fight. Terrell refused to call him Muhammad Ali, and this fight was the WBA had stripped Ali of his title for taking the rematch with Liston. They gave it to Terrell due to his victory over Chuvalo, and it was big at the time. It was like today it would have been crazy. It would have been just like everybody got the belts, and finally Usyk got them all back together again. But what was the outcome of the third and final grueling bout between Tony Zale and Rocky Marciano? I think I might even have my Rocky Marciano shirt on right now. No, I got my Rocky Graziano. Yeah, I do, man. I got my Rocky Graziano shirt on. Hey? Let me show it to you before it's over. Hey, Rocky Graziano. I didn't even know I had the fucking thing on. But it's one of my long sleeves and you need them. But was it Zale win with a KO 8? 2 was it Zale win with a knockout in 3? 3 was it Graziano win with a knockout in 6? Or 4 was it Graziano with a knockout in 5? What was the outcome? Windows closed. Yeah, I forgot all about that. I got a ton of t-shirts, but it's cold out there. That's why I got the hood on, man. I got no fucking fire burner. I can't go out and buy no logs. I got no cars. The things are tough down here, man. Appreciate Bruce Gas today, man. 54%. Tony Zale KO'd him in the third round. An amazing fucking rivalry. But yeah, man, it's fucking cold out there. I'm dressing in layers in here. This is a heavy duty hoodie too. This isn't no fucking lightweight, wear it in the fall kind of thing. This is a pretty heavy duty thing. Mano a mano referred to a heated rivalry between Marco Antonio Barrera and who? One was it Prince Nassim Hamad. Two was it Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Three was it Juan Manuel Marquez. Or four was it Enrique Morales.
Michael Nemler, y'all.
Oh, this dude on guitar is like taking me somewhere else. Mano a mano. And I saw it, when this was happening, I'm saying, oh, come on, you're stealing that from Duran. But nope, not when these two little fucking pit bulls got together. Duran was watching, smiling. Drink more water, my brother. Salute, man. Good to see you in here, bro. I'm doing a trivia in here, brother. I'm winding it down, but see if you can get the last couple of answers right, brother. Merry Christmas to you, by the way. The correct answer, Eric Morales. 55% got Eric Morales. 46% went with Juan Manuel Marquez. Oh yeah, definitely jamming out music, man. Which of the Norton versus Ali fights did not end in a split decision? 1, they were all split decisions. 2, the second fight. 3, the first fight. Or 4, the third fight. I mean, these two, they're probably up in heaven right now boxing to a fucking 15-round split decision. But which fight did not end with a split decision, ended with a unanimous decision? Windows closed. These fights were all razor-thin fights, disputed to this day. And it was the 1976, the fight in the Yankee Stadium. The third fight, only 10% got that one right, man. El Pinche. Right on, El Pinche. First fight, split decision for Norton. Second fight, split decision for Ali. Third fight, unanimous decision for Ali, the most controversial of them all. But shout out to El Pinche. If you don't believe me, Google it. This is the last question coming up, man. The Cobra, Carl Froch, had an intense rivalry with which British super middleweight? 1, was it Nigel Benn? 2, was it James DeGale? 3, was it George Groves? Or 4, was it Chris Eubank Jr.? You know Carlos is going to get this one right. I'm surprised he wasn't the first one in there. Although Joe too, man. Them Irishmen, I said Englishmen, man. But then again, Englishmen and Irishmen, I can't tell the difference. They all sound the same to me. We're all brothers in this world, man. I can't tell the difference between anybody in this world, bro. I only know it from YouTube. YouTube taught me fucking prejudice over here, man. YouTube is racial, man. I came into boxing, I was fucking pure as a driven snow. And if you don't believe me, ask anybody that I fucking hung with, man. We didn't give a fuck about nothing but the fighters. But what was the answer here? Was it Ben, DeGale, Groves, or Eubank Jr.? %, Calvin Groves, and that's the end of the game, man. I wish I could put more on here, but it only gives you 50 questions. But I could stay on here and do this forever, you know. I feel like I did a fucking big line of crank or something. But that was the that's the end of the game. Let's go to the fucking scoreboards here and see who won this fucking shit show. The Drunk Irishman once again runs supreme. We can Joe and Joe in second only by a point. De Niro by 2 points. If you cats want to run any of these questions back, if you think I made a mistake, now's the time to go to Google, come back and tell me if I was wrong, and we will do our best to straighten this out. But you cats, Joe and the Irishman 1 and 2 with 44 and 43, De Niro with 41, Huge Angle with 37, my brother. Goldeye hanging tough over there with 32, man. Christopher, my bro, good shit, brother. Danger with 27. Pearl, man, with 25. Rolling with the punches. 15. El Pinche came in late with 8 correct. Angel Diaz, Drink More Water, came in for 2 questions. Ace 2 of them, bro. Just think how you do if this was a legit thing. I put a cash app, but this year, I mean not this year, but this time of my life, you just can't do it because I want to do this eventually. If it gets bigger, you know, we can put out a prize and shit. We did that for a while there, and people weren't even taking them. I'm gonna give them to Tim Witherspoon, Leon Mohammed, and Leo Randolph. It's like Carlos didn't have a cash app. Joe, they don't have cash apps over there. I said, we'll do it with PayPal. Give it to Leon, buy a pizza. And now they're expecting it, so I was like, what the fuck, man? But anyway, man, awesome stuff with you cats. Nothing but love on this end, too. Christmas is coming, like I showed you earlier. I've got dummies for all my friends and acquaintances, and I'll see. Oh shit, drink more water. Thank you, brother, man. I saw it out there, man. Thank you so much, man. Merry Christmas, bro. Appreciate that. And like I said, Joe, if there's any discrepancies, man, bring them up now, man. I'll forever hold your peace and drink more water, man. That's from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, I appreciate you coming over here too, man. Peace, man. Peace and love. Good trivia, the Drunk Irishman says. See, I can't highlight comments with this live streaming program. I told you that before. I can't even highlight the super chat. But thank you, cats, so much for doing this, man. Joe's holding his peace. I don't want that, Joe. I want you to tell me if you made any mistakes in here, man. That way I won't do it. I try to double check them, but see, the one we did there with the Willie Pep one, I had it right. I just had the wrong order in there. You follow me? And it's tough putting these together for me. I don't make no excuses. Correct me, please. I appreciate it, and you're definitely not putting me in my place, man. You're definitely helping me out on this one. So anyway, you cats, peace and love, boost gas, boxing, jazz, and more, and I'm gone. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.